confused by this Pharaoh disconnect thing. I don't know if that's a bug. I'm kind of confused, but...
Or maybe... I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just kind of coincidence. A weird coincidence. But, yeah.
Oh, right,
nothing, and
because
he's
this is
going
a
to come
different
back.
Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, so... I don't know. It's kind of weird, but, Bombardier taking some heavy harass. Hellborn team bringing in 3 heroes here. So, trying to gank him. Looks like he's most likely going to get away. Still sitting on 200 life with that Mojo on him, so...
Yeah, waiting for this pause. There's the reconnect. Valkyrie does pick up a bottle, it looks like. Good for her. And, yeah, I don't know. Legion, I thought they stacked these camps. Apparently not. Never mind.
I think they stacked the 1, but only one of them.
Let's get it on.
Yep, Hellborn actually doing a good job of stacking. They do have some stacked camps here. So that'll be good for Sandwraith, actually. Really good for Sandwraith.
Yeah, he will take advantage of those stacks, and he is really doing a good job of farming right now. It's in at 28 creep kills, so...
Wow.
Malkin sitting close behind, but with that death already really suffering the gold per minute.
Coolest thing ever, Sandwraith currently has 1 hero damage. Thank you, Dissipate.
Yeah, that is really, really odd. Didn't even notice that. That is pretty awesome.
Looks like more pulling in going from Andrew, which is exactly what they need to do. Just keep Sandwraith's farm as high as possible, and they're doing a great job, Sandwraith. Like you said, doing great farming department.
Yeah, and he's doing exactly what he needs to do.
Haven't seen much action from this Bombardier, but he does gain momentum the more levels he gets. So actually going in on Valkyrie here, but not really anything happening.
Yeah, good stun by him. He's doing a good job of throwing out those skill shot bombs.
Yeah, those are actually pretty hard to hit. They seem a lot easier than they are to hit.
Yeah, the delay is kind of weird on them. I don't know what the actual flight time is on those. They're kind of weird to hit, and with a small search radius, he's doing a good job of keeping Valkyrie at bay and making her go all the way back to base right now.
Yep. We see a lot of heroes congregating top, maybe to try and take out this Pharaoh. Pharaoh, I don't even know why he's coming top, because he's not going to be able to do anything alone. He might as well just stay in the jungle. But, so we might see some engagement here. Lane getting pushed up pretty far. We are probably going to see some creep pulling. And Sandwraith going to get sent back. Pharaoh throwing out that Tortured Soul. Doing pretty much nothing to Sandwraith, except pushing her hero damage up to 8 from Dissipate. And yeah, here's the pull. And the lane's going to get pulled back, and Sandwraith's farm is just going to continue. Up to almost 300 gold per minute, while Malakin is sitting at 247, so Sandwraith definitely ahead. Malakin also free farming though. Looks like he might be going for an Insanitarius, which I love, because Insanitarius is like my favorite item ever. Or maybe a Shaman's Headdress. I don't know, War. What do you think about Malakin's item? He does have that Helm of the Victim, so I want to see an Insanitarius.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much going for a Whispering Helm, pretty standard item on Falcon, but
really?
I would like to see him pick up an Sanitarius. We've never seen Sanitarius.
I love
it. It's extremely strong. Hey, especially on someone like Malkin, who can support the life loss with his lifesteal. Exactly. He does need to pick up that Whispering Helm first, but it is an extremely powerful item. It's just... The only problem is the only hero that's really viable on competitively is Predator, who isn't really seen a lot, but
yeah,
you need that early lifesteal, and if he gets a good farm, it's worth it, but it's only good really early game with only giving 400 life.
True. We do see Sandwraith picking up a Helm of the Black Legion, so pretty much a extremely standard pickup on Sandwraith. Where do you expect her to go next?
I'm assuming he's going to finish his Steam Boots next as we see Malkin just demolishing Bubbles.
Yeah, I really don't think that's a good decision, saying Bubbles back there. Like, they need to take a page out of Legion's book and just keep Bubbles away from that lane so Malkin doesn't get farmed from the kills.
It was actually kind of unfortunate because they're kind of trying to do the same thing where as soon as the creep wave gets close, kind of gauge it and make him go down there for a little bit, but he got caught pretty hard. And with these 2 slows on their team, it's pretty rough for him trying to get out of there, so...
Right.
Yeah, but Sandwraith, yeah, I think he's going to look to pick up his Steam Boots next, and I'd like to see him pick up a...
In big trouble.
Yeah, she is. She's going to con the woods right now.
Oh, he misses the easy skill shot, but she's still going to get taken out. I didn't get any word from the text for that, but she did apparently get taken out.
I can only assume so. Yeah, but Sandwraith probably going to finish his Steam Boots, and then I assume he's either going to go for a Mock or a Nullifier Blade, depending on what his farm is. Most likely a Mock, seeing as how he's pretty much getting free farm up here.
Rushing Mock on Sandwraith is super strong, because that Sandwraith definitely is always around lots of heroes. Looks like, I don't know why Bubbles keeps going down there, honestly. This is pretty much going to be a repeat of last game if Bubbles keeps doing that. Unless Sandwraith can super out-carry Malakin.
I mean, Sandwraith should technically be able to super out-carry Malakin late game, but I mean, they need to win this mid-game if they really want to be effective, and
right.
Getting trashed on early game with Bubbles is not a good thing, and, you know, last game they did the same thing, and, you know, they ran the jungling Bubbles, but Bubbles didn't get killed pretty much the entire early game. He held on to what little farm he had, picked up a couple core items like a portal key and some steam boots, and was able to gank effectively. If he has nothing, he's not going to be able to do anything.
Exactly. Another thing to notice, last game, our Hellborn team, who was the Legion, had a really strong team fighting potential. In this game, they don't. So unless they can win the carry fight, they're not going to have anything going for them late game.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to have those levels, and they need to have that strong Sandwraith to really be effective in the game. They don't really have any of those kind of insta-gib ults where they can get into a team fight and do a lot of damage with really some low-level and low-farm heroes.
Right. And Bombardier picking up some Ghost Marchers, it looks like. This farm battle in mid's been pretty uneventful. Just back and forth action, pretty much. Bombardier doing a good job of harassing, but they're pretty much even on creep kills. Valkyrie with 8 more denies, but...
Yeah, it's pretty rough for Bombardier to try and kill Valkyrie, so that's probably why there's not very many deaths going on in here. So unless Valkyrie hits a pretty clutch stun on Bombardier, it's going to be pretty rough.
Andromeda now going to take up the dying infinitely roll in bottom.
Yeah, that's just bad because, you know, Malakin's getting a sweet farm down there, and he doesn't have as many creep kills as Sandwraith. He's about 10 behind, but he's about to take out this tower, and he's already got 3 assists, so...
And he actually pulls ahead in gold per minute with that tower kill.
Yeah, their team is doing a better job down here than Hellborn is doing top. I mean, they're kind of just leaving Sandwraith alone, and so is Legion, but that's kind of preventing Sandwraith from getting any early kills, as much as Sandwraith is terrible at getting early kills.
Yeah, but like with a strong tri lane and like if that, like there's a Witch Slayer in the forest right here, and he's coming out to see what he can do to Sandwraith. Nothing, obviously, but he is sending her back.
Yeah, and Legion team's doing a good job of. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying she just got her steam boots.
Yeah, Legion team doing a good job of pressuring and getting some more kills, and the Hellborn team is obviously up 7-1. Looks like they're going to try and gank Andromeda here, diving pretty hard. Looks like Sandwraith's going to come in, maybe looking to go on Pharaoh right here, and he will. Maybe he's probably going to take out Pharaoh as long as he's going to be done. Good action by Sandwraith. That
was good work by Sandwraith. They definitely need to pick up some more kills, and if Sandwraith gets them, that's by far the best possible situation. Going to come down on Malakin, and maybe we're going to see a Sandwraith versus Malakin lane for a little while.
So they're looking to go a little bit head-to-head. I feel like Malakin wins this early unless he tries to stand there and fight Sandwraith. That's a bad idea.
Malakin wins this early if he runs away, you're saying?
Well, I mean, if Malakin gets some of his skills off, Sandwraith obviously not really with much of anything except for his nuke and with no mana right now, but if he tries to sit there and auto-attack fight him, Sandwraith's going to demolish him, so he doesn't need to do that.
Sandwraith's Dissipate, though, really strong. She maxed it quick early game, and with that Helm of the Black Legion, she's going to take very little damage at this point in the game, though, from Malakin's skills, so I feel like it's pretty much a stalemate in that lane.
Yeah, the one thing Malakin's good at doing that Sandwraith really isn't is staying alive forever. I mean, Sandwraith is good at it in the fact that he has a Dissipate, but he still drops at a pretty constant rate. Malakin, you know, with the combination of the Zeal and the Heal Sword, I can't actually remember what it's called, but the Life Essence, I guess, on his sword, he gets super quick attack speed as soon as he starts dropping really low and heals up almost instantly. And it really is just a great combination of, like, being able to stay alive, and yeah, he takes the penalty on the damage, but as long as he's attacking 14 times a second, it doesn't matter.
Exactly, and we do see Sandwraith heading to the side, pick up a teleport, so never mind. So, looks like Sandwraith with 1,200 gold. You think Mock is the best decision at this point?
I think it is. He's got, 350 gold per minute? Why not?
Someone just died, but I don't know who. There was a serial killer.
Bubbles.
Okay.
Yeah, so, good gank right behind the tower. I think they dropped a Ward of Rev, and oh no, that's their Ward of Rev. So I think he was actually trying to counter ward and just got pretty much just ganked to the maximum.
It looks like Pharaoh coming into the lane again. Now, all the hero lanes have been totally messed up by the Sandwraith moving bot, and rather than ganking either of these heroes, both teams opt to just send all their heroes to other lanes, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it's the best option right now for them. They need to pick off some other heroes. Malkin with a good getaway and Sandwraith with a good getaway, they both need to be CC'd pretty hard to not be able to get away, so it's going to be a rough gank down there. They really need to bring everyone, and that's not what they want to do. They don't want to bring Bombardier out of that lane. They want him to get his levels in his farm, and they don't want to bring Valkyrie out of her lane.
Level 11 Sandwraith trying to take out a 3-stacked Ancient Camp.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work out well for him, especially with those Magic Immune ones, so he's looking to maybe get dumped on by this creep camp.
He did pick up 1 kill for that.
Yeah, that's probably a creep spawn best save for later.
But I mean, with 2 more of those, he might be able to take it out, so who knows.
Yeah.
But one thing to know, Malakin is a way better hero for taking out creep stacks, and that does benefit him a lot, because he can take, with his ult, he can take out even an ancient stack really fast.
Yeah, Sandwraith, that's, the bad thing about him is he needs a lot of farm and he needs a lot of items, and he has no good way to get it whatsoever. His move does minimal damage. It's really only good for mostly the slow on it, and it really is rough. Yeah, it really is rough trying to farm a good farm early with Sandwraith.
But I mean, that's the risk-reward of Sandwraith, because by far the best farmed hero if she can really get it up.
Yeah, and that's why Sandwraith, we've been talking about how much of a monster he is late game, but it does take him a while to get there, and it takes him a lot of skilled kiting and back animation swings, and it's a very hard hero to play as much as the dominant hero it is. So
yeah, Witchslayer looking to take out Bubbles here maybe, or Bubbles looking to take out Witchslayer. Bubbles missing the silence though, and that's gonna be big actually. Witchslayer not level 6 though, so nothing you can really do. Pharaoh coming in though for the save, and Bubbles gonna get taken out here. It looks like not gonna get the kill on Witchslayer, and yeah, so good job by the Legion to counter that.
I love watching stuff that competitive players do that you don't see a lot. Like Witchslayer knew the Bubbles couldn't see him, but was trapped in his ult, so he sat there and just used a health pot in the woods, and got all the way back up to full life without anyone being able to do anything about it.
Yep. Bombardier moving top, it looks like, so they might be looking to push. How's Valkyrie's farm? I haven't even looked at that. Let's see. The Valkyrie, 1626, 207 gold per minute, because you have to consider, Valkyrie becoming a semi-carry late game can also be really strong. So
yeah, absolutely. She's a very fast attacker, very high base damage, and she can really do a lot late game, and is still effective towards the mid game. But she's not really getting an effective farm right now with 0 kills.
Valkyrie got purged by that creep camp, and I thought Legion was going to destroy her, but she got away.
Yeah, that would have been bad. That's just unlucky. If that ever happens. But yeah, Valkyrie, a very good semi-carry, great late game potential, but she's not really doing a lot to help her out late game right now.
Yeah, she pretty much just stayed mid with Bombardier. We haven't even seen any ganks by Valkyrie. I think she's thrown her arrow like twice, maybe. So, and like Valkyrie's strongest is in the ganking phase. Like I think that's where Valkyrie really shines, but they haven't really been able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, she does have that semi-carry potential, but obviously a very strong ganking hero with the way her skills synergize with the stun, and then being able to jump in and drop a large nuke in an AoE. That nuke does a ton of damage based on the fact that it hits everyone around. I mean, the possibility of doing 450 magic damage to someone is just totally unnecessary.
Yeah, especially when you're doing it to everyone near them too. Like it's ridiculous. Sandwraith's gonna finish up this ancient stack, it looks like, and she has been able to take it out. So boosting her farm up to 354 gold per minute, but still behind